Josh Jaffe, welcome to our conversation about the Missouri Tech First Initiative. First, let's start with who you are and why you're here to talk about the program today.
Awesome. Thanks, AJ. It's a pleasure to be here with you, and I'm really excited to talk about this initiative. I'm the CISO for a company called Scout Motors, but more importantly, at least for this conversation, I am the board president for a nonprofit group called the Global Center For Cybersecurity, which is an organization which is focused on helping CISOs find local talent in their communities, but also more importantly, trying to help create that talent pool by investing in communities that are often overlooked when we think about how we create jobs and opportunity and technology careers, especially in a in-demand field like cybersecurity.
Josh, in your words, what is the Missouri Tech First Initiative?
So it's a program which was sponsored and funded by the state of Missouri, but is aligned very specifically to the mission I mentioned at the Global Center for Cybersecurity, which can actually transcend even just individual states. The focus of that program is to invest resources, especially for training, but also for career development and mentorship in communities around where we live, in this case, in communities across the state of Missouri. The focus of this training is to help people develop the entry-level skills they'll need for a thriving career in technology, and specifically as relates to our focus in this program, it's helping people who have an interest in technology take the first steps necessary to be able to be qualified for a career in cybersecurity. That's something that, as a CISO, is critically important to me. I often talk with other CISOs about the talent gap that we find in the cybersecurity field and the importance for being able to look in communities in and around us for talented and qualified individuals. A lot of times we find there's barriers to entry or gaps in training, or there are a lot of people who are very interested in a career but don't know how to start. So this is a great opportunity for those people to be trained, but also from the perspective of an employer like Scout Motors or any other company that has taken the pledge, and I'll talk more about that pledge in a minute. It's a way for us to signal that, hey, we're interested in finding people who come from these kinds of programs. So the pledge is really only that. It's a non-binding commitment that we're asking everyone to take as part of this Missouri Tech First initiative, where CISOs like myself or CIOs or executives who have the ability to hire in any technology organization can just simply raise their hand virtually and say, hey, I'm interested in a program like this. I'd love to learn more about people who are being trained for a future career in technology or cybersecurity. And you're welcome to contact me with people who have graduated the program so I can see if they're a fit for any openings I may have in the future. It doesn't obligate you to hiring anyone, and it does not cost anything to you as an individual or your organization as a whole. All it does is raise your hand virtually and say, I'm interested in learning more about this, learning more about the people who graduate from these programs. And I guess one last thing I would say about the program is it is open to companies nationally. So you do not have to be a company who needs to have employees in the state of Missouri. All it means is you're interested in learning more about these people who graduate, and the people who graduate are the training they're graduating from is being funded by the state of Missouri in this case.
And Josh, we're going to have links to all of the areas that they can go to learn more about the program and also take the pledge in the description of the video. But where on the Global Center for Cybersecurity's website can people find the pledge, and how long does it take to sign up?
Go to our website. You'll see right immediately when you land on our webpage a banner with a link to take the pledge. It should not take you more than 5 minutes. It probably won't even take you more than a minute. All it asks for is a couple of pieces of contact information and asks you if you are interested in learning more about this program and the people who graduate from it. It really is simple and painless. It doesn't obligate you to anything, but I think all of the members that we have and the people who have raised their hands virtually and taken this pledge seem to have a common purpose in mind. They are honestly and sincerely interested in trying to build out their workforce by creating opportunities for people who are interested in cybersecurity or technology, but have been overlooked by some of the training programs in the past or have not been able to find a way to get into the field. So if doing good in two areas, both good by your company and helping you close that talent gap, but also good by your community and helping you really be active in training and developing people from in and around the area here in the state of Missouri, if you live there, or even nationally, if you're interested in supporting some programs that do this kind of training. All of it really asks you to do is to raise your hand and say, yes, that's me, I'm interested in something like that, and gives us the permission to communicate to you when people do graduate the program in your area.